Hi, this is Steve Hill. Welcome to Gear Talk. Today we're going to talk about a few pedals that I like on my pedal board. Some stuff that I have on all the time, basically. I just recorded a new album, and this was my setup. If you look at my pedal board, there's this has to do with when I'm a one-man band. We're not going to talk about this today. We'll talk about this in another episode. And these are echo pedals, and this is a reverb. Sometimes, if I'm in the studio, usually I don't use these pedals, especially if I have reverb on the amp. Like I got a super reverb. It has the best spring reverb on earth, so I don't need a pedal for that. And in the studio, usually they have amazing tape echo and whatnot, so I run a dryer signal, but I have all these are on. So here we have a treble booster made by Madsen amplification. We have a fuzz they call it fuzz by Ricolab, and the Centavo, and the warm drive by Warm Audio. All of these pedals sound great on their own, but when you put them together, there's just some extra magic. And usually my volume on the guitar is at it's never on 10. I have it on 2 or 3, and it between 3 and 4 is a different sound, so you can get a bunch of different sounds just with the volume and the tone on your guitar. As you can see, I like very simple guitars. Most of my guitars have one pickup. A lot of them have an extra pickup here, which I use for bass when I play as a one-man band, but that's another thing that we'll talk about in another episode. So today, let's see what these do. Let me start with a dry sound. This is the dry sound. Oh no, this is the dry sound. If I add the treble booster, so as you can see, it's not just it. I used to think that a treble booster was like an EQ that added treble, but they're based on a treble booster by I think it was Dallas Arbiter, and they made those in the '60s, and I think Brian May was using that, Tony Iommi was using that. And Judas Priest, the guys from Judas Priest used to use that to push the amp. So the amp is pretty clean, but I have the volume on that on full, so it overdrives the amp. It also gives you more treble, but it's not like an EQ where you add treble. And if I turn down my volume, that's really clean. Bit too bright, you just turn down the treble. So you can get a really nice clean sound. And if I add the fuzz here, these two pedals work amazingly well together. I know that Rico has been talking about doing a pedal that would have these two in one. And hopefully you'll do it one day. So usually I have these two on all the time, and then I go into the clon, but just as a clean boost, basically. See, it gets juicier and juicier. Beautiful. And then you add the warm drive. This is also a great pedal on its own. And it does something with the other ones where, of course, there's a lot of noise, but when I'm playing, you don't hear it. And when I'm playing as a one-man band, I can't push pedals. So I have everything on, and then I just work the volume. So let's see what we can do with that. Woo! Distortion is your friend. Use it well. See you next time.